Well, hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCalsabre here, and welcome to our monthly chat. This is Talking About number 7. And let's bring up the topics. If you have one now or later, put them in the remarks section, and I'll get back with you on them. I don't have any particular topics to deal with today, but I will talk about a few things. I hope you're all staying cool. This is the 11th straight day at my house where it's been over 100 degrees. And 7 of those days, it's been over 110. So I've been staying in and running up the electric bill, and I got an obscene electric bill earlier this week of over $400 for the month. Jeez, I don't know what to do. You got to stay in, got to stay, especially us elderly, got to stay cool. So I guess we'll pay for it. If you have anything you want to bring up as a topic, please go ahead and do so. I will ask anybody that's on or anybody that's chatting or comes on later and view it. Do you do any pre-orders for war games? Pre-orders or P500s from GMT? I do. I probably do it too much because I think right now I have 7 or 8 games that have been on pre-order. Not able to stay long, but we'll catch you on the entire episode to watch. Thanks a lot, David. Appreciate your support. Have a good day at whatever you got going. Yeah, the pre-orders, I get a little bit carried away. I got to start cutting down on this stuff, because I get so many of them and I don't even get to play them. Really, like I just pre-ordered one last week, a new one in the Shattered Union series from Tiny Battle Publishing called The Battle of Bronner's Farm. That's pre-ordered. But I already have other things on pre-order. Like through Worthington, I have Franklin 1864 ordered. Yeah, David. Yeah, too many, Like I said, I got Franklin in order. And then with GMT, I've got North Africa 40 ordered. And then on GMT, I've got Rebel Fury's Next Advanced Army of the Potomac on P500. Then with DVG, I've got Robert E. Lee. I'm waiting for that one for quite a long time, it seems like. And let's see what else is down there. And MMP, I have Thunder on the Mississippi. Now, that'll be my 4th one from MMP. I have not even cracked any of those up yet. I made myself a goal that I would try to get to it get MMP started this year. So I better get going. The year's going to be behind me. The one I picked out, I'll probably do is Hood Strikes North. And so it's a lot of war board games. And then I got, and I have Purple Haze. It's a Kickstarter from GameFound. That's a Vietnam War one. I've had this one on. We're going on 2 years on this one. Should be getting the ship pretty soon. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. I'm looking forward to all of them. Will I get to play them all? Let's hope so. But that's only the war games I got on order. I have other games on order too, like one that I'm looking for from John Butterfield from GMT. I got on P500 since 2022 is Away Team. And Larry, I have to do the same thing. I'm not knowledgeable. I've been exposed to a lot of different games, but it doesn't matter to me. If I don't, even with my sports games, if I don't play them for a while, I have to refresh myself before I'll even bring out a video. And then I still end up making mistakes, and then the multiplayer games and the war games, of course, I make mistakes on. And we were just talking about before you jumped on about if you use the pre-orders any war games, but you said you're a sports person only. Do you pre-order any sports games? Yeah, doubly hard when you're on camera. I saw somebody in a video, I don't know, a year ago or so, said every time he turns his camera on, his IQ goes down I feel the same way. I don't pre-order a lot from the sports ones. The only one I think I've read in the last few years that I pre-ordered sports-wise was Grant Fines' 49 Quick Decks Hockey. I did pre-order that one ahead of time to support a new customer, but the other sports games I don't. But like I just counted off, I got 7 or 8 war games on a pre-order or P500 or Game Founded. And let's see what else I got over there. That's most of those things I got over there. I got a couple other things sticking out there, big games, but they're not war games or sports games. Sort of ashamed that I know I have more seasons than I'll ever play. Well, I don't be ashamed because you have lots of company. Because I have way more seasons than I'll ever play. And I'm not one to do full replays. I am doing 2 full replays. I started 2 years ago. That's the 61 Tigers on APA using PC Replay for the stats, and the 56 Yankees on Fall Classic Baseball using PC Replay Baseball. But the other ones, if you check on my channel, you'll see I try to develop projects because I like to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And those full seasons take a long time. I won't finish them again this season. And then when baseball's over, I'll put them away. But I do like NBA playoffs and world payoff. Right now, I'm finishing up a project on payoff pitch, getting close to it on the 1987 playoffs. But I do those type of things. Boxing, I create tournaments and that. So, yeah, don't be ashamed. There's a lot of us out there like that. And I got more games than I'll ever play also. But, that's just something that I deal with, and then as you probably saw on my channel, I collect vinyl too, records. And so that goes in. I got to calm down on that one. I am calming down a little bit on that one. I'm slowing down. I made that a goal starting this month to slow down some on new stuff coming in. So I get caught up anyway. But I've always liked my music ever since I was a young kid that grew up with Elvis and rock and roll. So, all right. Anybody got any other subjects they want to talk about? Okay, Larry, I'll ask you what do you have any projects going on right now in your sports games? Any certain projects, and what game you're playing? Some of you probably see I've been doing this 2024 Las Vegas Championship preparation games, and I was going to do 9, and the criteria this year is it had to have been a World Series team between 1960 and 1985, I think it was. So I'm bringing in the 84 Tigers, and so I went through my sets and I picked out World Series teams from the other sets, and I've been playing them. I just finished up game number 8. I'll have game number 9, and that'll be on the channel, and that'll be the last one for that. Trying to get some stats, figure out the lineups. I played these 84 Tigers before. I don't know if I should mess with their lineups from that I had success with, but my dice ain't rolling very good right now. So that'll be next week, not this coming week, but a week from tomorrow. Oh, that is interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody do that before. Play only the unplayed games. Pretty cool. Jeff, my problem is I want to be doing projects, particularly with Hockey Bones, but I keep not getting organized to get started. Yeah, I have Hockey Bones, one project going on right now with that one, and that's the 92-93 playoffs, Eastern. I'm going to play the Eastern. Whoever wins the East will play whoever won the West in real time. But hockey's off my table right now. I might bring one up next month just to keep it so I can start refreshing, because like we were talking about, I think before you jumped on, is every time I play a new one, I got to refresh myself, or an old one. For hockey bones playing the year of the lockout. Well, you got a trend going there. The baseball strike and now the lockout in hockey. That's cool. I don't think I've ever heard anybody play those before. Interesting. What about you, Joshua? Do you actually? I know you said you having a hard time getting started. Do you have any projects going? Like I said at the beginning, I hope everybody's staying cool. 11 straight day over 100 at my house, and out of those 11 days, 7 of them have been over 110. And I got an obscene electric bill this week. Okay. Yeah, it's a good excuse to stay inside and game. You're right. It's a good excuse, especially at my age. I don't handle the heat too well. Been a lot of people in the country dying because of this heat, but I try to take care of myself, and I guess the high electric bill is worth the keeping myself alive. How about the other thing I asked earlier? Maybe somebody had missed. Does anybody use the pre-order or P500 from GMT for war games? Oh, nice. 71. I don't know if I have any 71s. I do have 70 something in hockey bones, but I don't think it's 71. Right now, and I had that going in hockey bones, and inside the crease, I have the 2006 and 2007 Eastern playoffs going when they come back onto the table. It's getting close to football coming back, and I've got projects going in several different football games. Probably maybe in August I'll bring one up. It's one that I didn't bring up last year was called Inside Blitz. I think the project I have in there is the 1994 Buffalo Bills, and then I have in second season I have the 2021 Buffalo Bills going. The one that I started last year and I'm having a lot of fun with is the 1964 Buffalo Bills with Appa. I think I finished through week 6 or week 7 last year on that one. I had a lot of fun on that one, and that it seems pretty realistic. Well, they all seem pretty realistic. The stats are within acceptable ranges for me, which I don't really know what acceptable ranges are, to tell you the truth. That's why when I say things like that, and just like when I was doing a video yesterday on my albums that I watch, and I made a comment about Grace Slick being arguably my favorite female singer. So what? And then I said, well, why arguably? I'll be arguing with myself. But anyway, that's just a statement I hear people say, arguably. Come on, you guys got anything you want to bring up to talk about? Or ladies, if you're out there listening, or if later on, if you're watching this when we're not live, put some comments in there. I definitely will get back with you on any comments that you put in down below. Then when it comes out, don't forget that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Looking forward to starting anything new, Bill. And at this, probably thinking that real quickly right now, no. Starting new, if anything, would probably be one of my war games that have been sitting and crying to get off the shelf. I'm not looking for anything new in the sports at this present time. I did create a King of the Hill with 49 quick decks hockey, Eastern 71 East. I think it's 71. That might be where I have 71 in. But I got a couple of war games that I need to get going on. Right now I'm playing Age of Innovation, a solo, because it comes with solo rules. So I'm trying to learn it. I don't know if I want to get it on the table for a demo. I might, but I'm trying to learn this one. It's on the table. I might demo, because it's pretty big boys. But there's a lot of stuff going on in it, and I like it because it's a follow-up to me. There was Terra Mystica, and then there was Gaia Project. And I have Gaia Project, and I really like it. And then this one here is called Age of Innovation, which is the next step in the Terra Mystica world. What are distinguished 49 quick decks, in your opinion? Distinguishing features. The one thing I really like is the quick way of changing lines. All right, well, you don't have to mess with cards and everything. You just move a little thing up and down on the board. That's pretty cool. The quick way to get in and out of power plays, and the power plays again is on those type of things. Well, that would go under changing lines. The card play, I've had to implement, if you check my channel, a couple of house rules, a little different than what Grant plays. Not to just say this game is wrong. It's not. Okay. It's just that I play a little bit differently. I implemented something that altered the penalties a little bit. Mine actually comes and makes a delayed penalty come into play. And so, just things like that. A couple little things. That's all I did with change was a couple little things, but those are probably the distinguishing factors that I would say. And then you got, and then the other thing is your strategies, that was changing all the time, whether your forwards are playing in or defense is playing, different, either out or clearing. So it's, there's strategies in there. That's pretty cool too. But there's a lot of moving parts on the game. And it takes me a little while to play one because of the moving parts. And then you got cards that you read that dictate where the puck is and whether there's shots and so forth. Somebody else jumped on. Just came into the chat for a little bit. Got anything you want to bring up to talk about? We're just kicking things around right now. Sports. We're kicking around war games. We're kicking around the fact about using pre-orders and P500s from GMT for things, which I've got to get cleared up. I'm going to hope that in 2025 I don't have a single addition to that. My list that I have I have it over here. I'm looking at it of what's coming. Yep, like I said, next week I'll be up in Vegas. A week from tomorrow, we leave and head up there for the tournament. Start is Tuesday and Wednesday. Pretty challenging the first day, Tuesday. Well, it's a little bit better. The last 2 years, we played 12 games on the first day. This year, we're playing 10 on the first day. Then there's 2 games that we played on the second day in the morning. And then I think the top 6 teams maybe, or the top 8 teams go into the playoffs, which are the best of 3. I was just wondering if you're going to address the drywall allegations. Well, I don't know what that is, to tell you what you mean about that. So I'm going to have to say, no, I'm not. Yeah, Larry, I'm going to be staying at the Rio. Me and my buddy AJ go up, and he plays in the tournament too. He's one of the guys that I play Superstar Baseball with. He likes the Apple also. So we go up every year. We stay in the tournament. And then a friend of the family and my daughter, they go up with us. And we see them when we get there. If we see them once during the week, we see them, and then we leave on Thursdays. Are you going up there, Larry? Oh, nope. Okay. Yeah, I understand the Rio has done a lot of renovations to the rooms and that. The prices are a little bit higher than what they used to be, but we'll see. I've never done the tournament. You need to try it. You should try. I'm going to recommend that you try one out. I didn't do a tournament for the APA till about, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago, somewhere in there. And I went down to the Southern California tournament, and I was a little apprehensive about going to the tournament because I don't have that book memorized, and I know that some of those guys have a lot of the stuff memorized. But I found APA players in general are very, very considerate of new guys when you get down there, and even the older guys when you get there. When I'm playing up there, and if I got to look something up, they don't mind at all. Really nice people. So if you have the opportunity to attend one, check it out. You meet a lot of nice APA players on there. You go to Vegas somewhat frequently, huh, Larry? How far of a drive is it from? It's about 2.5 hours from my house. Oh, okay. You must be one of the master game guys. There's a lot of the guys that go to the tournament. Not a lot. Oh, so that's using the wrong term. There are players in the tournament that love the master game, but they go there for the benefit of playing the basic game. We play 12 games really quick, and for the camaraderie, I think, in the meeting other people and just having a good time. Oh, 2 days for me. All right. That's a healthy drive. Must be a flyer. I haven't flown, I don't know how many years now. Last time I flew from Nashville to Ontario with a chance stop over in Oakland. I got so sick. I says, that's it. But I am going to be flying again in October. One of what I would call my stepdaughter is getting married. And she calls me her stepdad. So I call her my stepdaughter. I was never married to her mother, but that doesn't matter, does it? And getting married, I'm going to fly there. She wants me to come to the wedding. I'm going to go. If I get sick, I get sick. All right, here we go. Anything else going on, guys, folks? I don't know if I saw this. Yeah, Joe, you haven't attended a tournament. That sounds fun. It is fun. It's a lot of time. I've made the playoffs 3 out of the 4 years in Vegas, and I brought home 2 trophies, but they're second place trophies. I just can't get that final win to win the tournament. So I call myself the Vegas last loser because the second place guy is the last guy to lose a game. So what teams am I taking? Well, I'm only allowed to take one team. Oh, what team am I taking? The 1984 Detroit Tigers. And my friend AJ's bringing in, I think, the 59 White Sox. But what is my stance on soccer and soccer games? I have never been a soccer fan. Never got into it. I don't own any soccer games. And that's probably the reason why I never could get into soccer. Even my middle son played soccer when I was in the Air Force. We lived out on the base. And I go watch his games. It's not exciting to me, but I know it's a big sport in the world. But I just not, there's some things everybody doesn't like or doesn't get into for some reason. And I'm not saying that I dislike soccer either. I just never had the urge to follow it, I would guess. I don't even have it on one of my Xboxes. My whole family has Xboxes and that. And I do the NHL on Xbox. After that, I have Madden. I stopped playing basketball because there's too many buttons. I'm too old for it. The Madden, I'm going to stop. I still pick up the NHL package every year and start playing a replay, and then I end up not playing it anymore. I wonder what that comment made about before about the drywall allegations. That's the person's name that wasn't familiar to me either. Okay, we're going to be coming up on 30 minutes here pretty soon. I've run out of topics for today. So you guys got any more topics you want to talk about? I'm glad to stay with you, but if we don't get up something new to be talking about, I'm going to probably shut her down at about 4:30 p.m. That's last month we ran almost like 50 minutes, I think, with different topics, but we had a lot more people. I don't know why there's only a lot of the others didn't show up today. That's all right. They're probably watching somebody else. Somebody had asked me earlier in the subscriber to do a yeah, I'm going to try to do an update while I'm up there on Monday night. I'll try to do an update, let you know where I stand in that. And somebody asked me to record where I do do a walkthrough where I do my video, my collections. I did the number 1. It was this office here, and then the number 2 is out now. It's out there where the living room and the gaming table. So if you want to see where all my actions taking place, check them out. Yeah, I was lucky to be able to bring the 84 Tigers in this year. It all depends. The director, Chris White, he does a really good job. And like just about every tournament I've either been in or read about, the director picks the criteria for the teams every year, and it changes. Like last year, I think I had to bring in one of the San Francisco Giant teams for some reason. I forget what the criteria was. But this year when he said World Series is 60 to 85, I jumped right on the 84 Tigers. Yeah, Larry, he's a really nice guy, and you can find he does some really great work with if any of your sports games, if you want envelopes, check him out. And it's APA. He just changed the name of it. Let me look at this something real quick over here. If I can get it up without blocking this. Okay, the name of his Facebook channel is APA Custom Cards, Envelopes, and VSU Sports Games. His name's Chris White, and he's got a catalog. But it's mostly all APA stuff, except for the VSU stuff. But if you're into APA, you can get envelopes for other sports games too. Hey, Mike, thanks for jumping in there a little bit. We were talking about several different things today. If any of you guys, Nickel City Mafia, if you're interested in, oh, look at that. I got my first ever $10 super chat, I guess. Congrats on getting monetized. Well deserved. Thank you very much. If you want to see some good stuff on sports, especially the Buffalo Bills and a lot of other football action, check out Nickel City Mafia. They did a really good job over there. They also got one on the Buffalo Sabres, and they got Buffalo food, anything in this like Nickel City. Okay, that's Buffalo, the Buffalo Nickel City Mafia. Great channel. Super chat. Okay, that's what it was. Thank you very much, Mike. That's great. Well, we were talking earlier before was about terrible temperatures up here, and then we were talking about the use of pre-orders for games and GMT's P500 thing. I get all these things piled up. I can make myself a vow to in 2024 to or 2025 to get that when they come in. Stop ordering them. We got anything going over there good on Nickel City Mafia this weekend, Mike? Yeah, Larry, he does have a really neat catalog up there, what Chris White does. Love the Out of the Park series. I always enjoy that. Yeah, I having a good time. I got to get finished up. I only got like 7 more games in this 1968 season that I'm doing, and then I'm gonna get that finished. And didn't do as well as I thought as I was going to because it was the 68 Tigers. But there's so much in that game that I have to learn more and how to control your 40-man roster and besides your 26-man roster, how to control your minor leagues and on all of that. And there's a lot of stuff that I like to do. I made a lot of mistakes at the beginning. That probably cost me some games. I just got eliminated in my last game, but I'm going to finish it out. Okay, tonight Nickel City Mafia's got a 10 p.m. Eastern NFL Power Rankings thing. So you guys that don't have nothing going on, hit them up and check them out over there. Give them a like. Oh, let's see. So we got here. We tried the board gaming Horrified. Took us a little to get going. Once we did, it was fun. We only played the basic mode, but we're going to explore taking on all the monsters. Yeah, that is really a neat cooperative game for family and from the ages that you have going 10 years and up there because it's not that difficult. And I like the interaction between the players because it's a co-op game to try to avoid them. Yeah, play it again. Let me know how you guys do in the future on that. Yeah, I have some other co-op games too, Mike, that you probably like. The next time I'm down, I'll bring you another one. Okay. Anybody else got anything they want to talk about? How's the temperatures down there in Temecula, California? We're over, as I told them before, we're over 100 here for the 11th straight day. 7 of them have been over 110, Mike. Yeah, well, it doesn't cool down nicely down up here. I just got another one of the obscene Southern California electric bills the other day. $400+. But got to pay, especially if you're old, you need to stay in. I'm not, and it's not like I'm running it hard. I have my thermostat set at 81. So that's not that. That's very high compared to other people that I know. Mike Nicholson from Nickel City Mafia is also one of the team owners in our Superstar Baseball League. Mike's been playing with us since the 80s when we lived out on George Air Force Base when I was in the military. We're in season 25. I've been promising an update. I just put it on my calendar. I want to try to do an update on Friday because it will have played 10 games, and that's a good look at where we at. We have a new owner in, and we use Discord because he lives out of state. Yankees is his favorite team. Mine is Detroit. And my friend AJ's is the Chicago White Sox. So we got no repeats. The new owner out of Detroit is out of state is a Detroit Tiger fan also, but I already had the Tigers wrapped up ever since the 80s when we started this, and so he took some other teams. And it's the first time we ever had anybody from out of state. So, we're playing with the Discord. I sent him a file. He got his teams printed out, his cards printed out. We play over Discord so we can see his dice and cards, and he can see our dice and cards, and it's working out okay. And it's not the first time we've ever done online because AJ and I played a lot during the year of lockdown, but we were using, I think it was Skype then. That. I was looking at, I don't know if any of you guys are basketball fans. I know Mike's a Celtic fan like I am. I was looking at the contracts and their salaries the other day. I'm like, holy mackerel. The Celtics are $64 million over the cap. But that counts that big, gigantic $50 million one that Jason Tatum just got. And then I looked at all of the teams in the NBA, and there's only one team under the cap. And they got to pay all of these luxury taxes once they go over to the cap. So they've got a lot of money. In contracts, the Celtics have like $1 billion tied up in the top 6 guys. That's like crazy. Yeah, Mike, I know you know where. I don't remember right now. It's like 180 million, 200 million, something like that. I don't know if I can get it brought up or not. But anyway, first time I ever looked at it, and it was crazy. Okay, I'm bringing it up right now. Okay, this is the and they're still playing guys that ain't even on the team. The cap max for 24-25 is 140.588 million. And their active cap for the Celtics right now is 196.5 million. That is crazy for basketball. Wow. Yeah, holy moly is right, Mike. And the Celtics cap next year is even worse. Wow. I mean, their active cap is worse because Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum both go over $50 million next year for contracts. I don't know how. I know that they play 80. They only play 41 games at home. Where are these guys making all this? Where are these teams making all this money from? I don't know. Anybody else know out there? Yeah, but if you look at it, Mike, 255 million in you're looking at probably 2.5 times as many players. So, that's probably about the same. They're probably about, no wonder the Bills and them are in so much cap trouble all the time. Oh, there's a good point, Joshua. Television, I assumed. You assume. I wonder now the football players have got to worry about all of the Sunday ticket stuff. But yeah, basketball. I forgot all about the revenue from that. I'm sure that's revenue sharing. Okay, and no new topics. All right, we're going up on coming up on 45 minutes here pretty soon, so I'm going to go ahead and wind us on down unless somebody brings up another subject they want to talk about, and don't pick one that I don't ramble on. Don't forget the end of the month. We're scrolling down there in the bottom, and that's a Q&A plus the end of the month report, July 28th, 4 p.m. Pacific time. And lastly, go down there and hit that like button. This is SoCalsabre. I'm going to sign us out of here. Saying take care of yourselves out there. Thank you very much for stopping in. Be kind to each other. Thanks, Joshua. I will enjoy Vegas, and I will keep you posted on my status. And be safe.